Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my 2019 planner setup. This is of course a very long awaited video. I know a lot of you guys have been messaging me asking me where this is, but it is here. So I'll be sharing with you 3 of my planners. But before I get started, I wanted to show you guys some of my old planner setups, or basically old systems that have worked for me really well. So in the past, bullet journals have been how I survive. These are some of my old ones. As you can see, these aren't real bullet journals per se. These aren't, like the Leuchtturms and the brand name bullet journals, but these are just notebooks that I got from conferences and things like that. And all I was using them for was simply every day writing down my to-do list, and every once in a while using them for notes pages for planning out projects, planning out breaks, those kinds of things. And that's all I did. It was just a conference notebook. It wasn't even dot grid. It was simply lined. As you can see here, I had a couple pages at the front for keys and things like that. But other than that, I had tailored this system to work for me and work for exactly what I needed. And the system worked really well for me for quite a while. As you can see, I went through 4 whole notebooks, and I really did use this system almost every day. And I loved it. It worked for me, and I loved it. So this year, I really wanted to go back to this system, but there are a lot more projects in my life that I want to take care of. So I wanted to incorporate the bullet journal system into my life somehow. So the first planner I'm going to start with is my memory planner. This is in the cloth and paper agenda cover that I bought from my discbound, but since I carry my discbound around, I decided to use this as my memory planner. So I am having a bit of trouble with the agenda kind of closing flatly. I have to push it down. I'm not sure if that's just training, but I have had this for quite a while now. So I'm not quite sure why that is. But I have my weekly planner from Cloth and Paper in the agenda cover. And I have gotten this monogrammed. So it says MK in the corner. As you can see, those are my initials. And then this weekly planner, it had the last couple months of 2018, and then goes through 2019. In the pockets, I just have some business cards and things like that. This is a journaling card that I got with my order, but I like to have my pockets pretty much empty, because when I do travel or when I'm out and about, if I have something like a receipt or something like that, I like to save it and then put it in these pockets, so later when I'm journaling, when I'm memory planning, I can have them in the pockets and use them as I go. So this is the weekly planner. I'm sure you guys have seen videos on it, but inside there's a pocket, there's this little cover page, and a this belongs to page where I still have to write my name in. We have a year on 1 page overview, and then I started using this in October, but I stopped using it because I decided I wanted to save it for 2019. So this is where we are. At the time of filming this, the year hadn't started, so none of it is filled out. But in the cover page, you get spots to write some important dates, goals, things like that. And then I have started using this, and it's been working really well. I really like the amount of space you get to add pictures, to add stickers, but also just write. And that's what I've been doing mostly, just writing out something good that happened, some memory I want to keep, something like that. And I think at the end of the year, when I'm flipping through, I will love being able to see all those memories in the future years, going back and seeing what did I do, that January 1st. So this weekly agenda is going to be what I use for 2019 for memory planning. In the back, there are some pockets and things like that. Again, I'm leaving them empty. There's a pen loop. I don't carry this around, so I don't keep a pen in there, but this is a planner that stays in my house for the most part. I might take it when I'm traveling, things like that, but other than that, it does stay in my house. The next two planners I want to show you guys are how I'm actually going to be planning my days. So we've talked about how I'm going to be memory keeping, but I need a system that's going to allow me to actually plan my days. So I'm going to start off with this bound planner that actually I have created. So if you guys watch my updated planner setup from, I believe, October of 2018, you will have seen this planner. But this is an academic planner that I actually created for a couple friends, and basically it was just to test out how making bound planners really works. So this is that planner. I have a little boba guys sticker. If you guys know me in person, you know I love boba, so I had to add that in there. I have a little cover page, and inside there's a information page just saying thank you and kind of showing you how you can use this planner. This planner is currently not for sale on the website. It was a very small scale manufacturing and distribution, very local to me. But if you guys are interested in this planner, let me know. I might bring it back later in this year. So there's a goals and notes page, and then a September cover page, as well as a beautiful monthly layout that has a lot of space for you to write out your events, goals, and important dates. And then this is the horizontal weekly layout. So I actually started using this in October and used it kind of periodically because I had my discbound. But December is when I really started using it, and I filmed my business teen entrepreneur monthly plan with me video on this. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely go check it out. But as you can see, there's so much space to write everything out. This is the weekly page. I use this as a daily to-do list. I used to use dailies, but now I use this because I like being able to see all the events and to-dos throughout the week instead of just for that one particular day. And if I need any extra space and things like that, though this already has so much space, I like to just stick in a sticky note or a notepad. I'll just washi tape one in or tape one in, and that way I have a little more space to jot down notes and things like that. So you can see here I did stick in some sticky notes because that week I had a lot going on. And the thing with this planner is I don't feel guilty if I don't use the daily page or if I don't use that one day. And I just really enjoy using it more than feeling required to use it. So I haven't filled out January yet, but I will be doing that. I'm filming this on the 31st. And so Happy New Year, guys, of course. And yeah, so this planner goes all the way till June, all the way through June. So after that, either we will come out with a new academic planner and I will start using that, or I will have to change my system at that point. But this is what I'm going to be using for my daily to-do list and monthly planning. Then our discbound. This is, well, I'm sure what you guys have been waiting for. This is my Holy Grail planner, and I've shown this many times before, but I have changed my setup quite significantly, so let me go through that. Of course, I have my personalized name dashboard that a lot of you guys have been picking up, so thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. If you guys are interested in this dashboard, I'll have a link down below if you are interested in checking it out. In the corner, I have this teardrop paperclip that is from our minimalistic advent calendar. I love this. I absolutely love this little paperclip. It's so cute, so little, and I like keeping it on the front just in case I have any papers and things to add to the front of my planner. But I like to keep this dashboard pretty clear, and then if I have any sticky notes reminders, I'll put it on there, which takes me to my sticky note hub. So here I have some plain white sticky notes, which I believe are from Staples, very standard. And then I have some memorandum sticky notes from Cloth and Paper, which are also from our minimalistic advent calendar, as well as our planner starter pack, which you can now purchase on the website. The planner starter pack is only $20 if you guys are interested in getting a little pack of goodies to help you set up your new planner for 2019. Then we have our 2019 New Year bundle inserts, which are also available on the shop. You get this little cover page that says 2019 welcome. And inside it has all the resources for you to kind of set up your planner and get it ready for 2019. So you have the cover page, and then you have this spread that just says 2019. And the way I'm going to be using this is I have drawn little spokes from the numbers, and I've written what I want 2019 to mean to me. So the difference here is that these aren't goals. These are not like concrete goals I can check off on my habit tracker or something. These are the things that I want to look back at 2019 and really feel this is what 2019 represented to me in my life. So I've drawn things like best year ever, different things that I want 2019 to symbolize. I have a couple more that I'm not going to draw in just yet because they just are a little bit more personal, but I really like the spread, and I think it allows us to reflect on more than just the goals that we want to start ticking off, and more on how we want to look back on 2019 as. The next page is the year at a glance, and then word of the year. So on this side you have a little box that has word of the year, and mine is balance. So it's the same as last year, but I really like this word, so I'm going to stick with it for at least one more year. And on this side you have a 2019 year at a glance, and I've already written in my important tests and breaks for school. So I absolutely love this page. It's going to be really useful to flip back to. And if you guys recognize from the bullet journals that I was talking about at the beginning of this video, the year at a glance is essential to bullet journals. So I wanted to include that in here. Then I have a 2-page 2019 goals spread. So the way I've set this up is there are 4 boxes, and you write in the category for each box. It could be school, business, personal, family, anything, and then you get tons of little bullets to write out the goals that are under that big category. So I really love this spread, very aesthetic, and I'm excited to start working on those goals. Then we have my future log, which is again something that is very common to bullet journals. And the future log, the way it works is you have the months written out, and then so the future log is something that is very common to bullet journals, and it's something I have here. As you can see, there you get a little cover page that says future log by the month, and then inside there are all of your months, the calendar drawn out, and then space for you to start writing in the important dates of that month. So in January, I have written in some of my tests, going back to school, some events I'm going to, and in the future, let's say you go to a doctor's appointment or something, if they say you have an appointment in June, July or something, and that's so far away for you to start planning in, you can just write it into your future log. Then I have our finance inserts, which are pretty standard. I like to just use these to keep track of shop finances, any purchases I make, so I like having those up at the front. Again, all of the inserts in this planner will be linked down below if they are from my shop. Here I have some ARC to-do list pages, but instead of a to-do list, I've made the next couple of pages into kind of content creation ideas. So once they're done, I will check them off. But these are just ideas that I get as I'm just when I get them, I will write it out and then I will paste it in. Sorry guys. Then I will write it out and then eventually get those ideas done and check it off. And so in the back, I'm not sure what to include yet, but then this is my January, or then this is how I'm going to be planning every single month for my business, life, and school. So you get a cover page. This is an insert that will be going up in this week's new releases. So this is the cover page that you get, and it'll be the same for all months. At the top, I've attached a little tab. So I actually didn't have any tab stickers. So instead, what I did was I cut out the tabs from a previous planner and just taped them in. Maybe in the future I will get some real monthly tab stickers and replace it, but for right now I really like the way it looks. But again, you get this cover page, and then behind it, you get this beautiful spread. So on the left side, you get a monthly overview, but as you guys saw, I'm already using my bound planner for monthly planning, like extensive monthly planning, so I don't need to redo that information in this planner. I don't need to carry around the same information multiple times. As you can see, this kind of huge spread, much bigger than the junior discbound size, will allow me to write down all of my tests, the videos I'm uploading, the content we're releasing, any events and things like that that are going on. You can see that some of the boxes in here are already filled, which means a discbound planner would not have given me enough space to plan out all the things that I need to do. So instead, here I just have the dates written out in January, and then a big box below for important dates. So this is similar to the future log where I'll be writing in important dates, but this important dates box will be a lot more comprehensive. It will have a lot more dates, and I tend to write pretty small, so I actually can fit in a lot more dates into that box. And this way, when I carry around just this discbound, I'll have very good overview of the important dates of that month, and I can still check the actual day that falls on in the week. On the right side, I have 10 goals for each month. And so while I don't recommend that you actually have 10 goals every month, that is way too many for you to actually spend enough time working on. If there are small goals, just like cleaning out a closet, things like that you can do in a weekend, but you still want to include to get done by the end of January, I have enough for you to fill in. And then I have a little recap box because I think it's so important for you to take the time to review how the month went. And I have it right below the goals, so you can look at the goals as you're doing your recap and you can really reflect on them. The next page is our habit tracker. You guys may have seen this in the shop, but you can buy this for the full year, or you can buy it within this set, but it comes as a habit tracker. And the way this works is with my liners, you get highlighters and things like that, and you'll actually just draw a little dash and assign a habit to that color, and then every time you actually complete that habit, you will take a pen like this, for example, and I will draw a little dash and then write in a habit that color corresponds to. And then every day I will take the kind of finer side and I will draw a little dot on the days that I've completed that habit. So let's say it's to sleep early. Every day I sleep at, let's say by 11, I will draw a little dot under that date to help me keep track of my habits. The next page I had, as you guys just saw, was the weekly breakdown. So the thing is, when you have monthly goals, it seems like you have a whole month to actually accomplish them. But a lot of times when we plan out goals, we don't break up the tasks that it takes to accomplish it. The end of the month seems so far away that we don't take the time to actually plan out what we need to do each week to achieve that goal. So here I have given you the space to do that, and this is also on our this overview inserts, this system, but I have more space here. So for each of the 4 weeks of a month, you will go in and write out all the tasks that you need to complete, either pertaining to your goals or general reminders that you need to be aware of for that week. And this will keep you accountable when you're planning out your weeks. You have all of these tasks that need to be somehow planned into your weeks to accomplish the big goal that you've set for that month. So as you can see here, I have the weekly breakdown for my January, and this comes in every single month. And then behind that, I actually have an index. So again, going back to the bullet journal system that I've set up, I have set up an index so I can keep track of the pages that I use in the second half of my planner. And when I say I really took to the bullet journal system, you guys are going to see exactly what that means. So to give you an idea, the first page here that I'm partially covering up is a content plan for January. So I have written a number 1 in index January content plan. And this way, as I'm showing you the bullet journals, I can write out all of the different projects, things like that, just jot them down on this lined paper, but still keep track of the goals and things that I'm working on in my index. I have this little ruler that I got from Staples, and I put a little sticker at the top just for some gold foil. And then I have our weekly docket, which is available in the shop, but the weekly docket has our content release schedule. So if you guys are interested in hearing more from me, be sure to subscribe. And then, of course, I'm sorry, but I cannot show you our content plan. I have a couple things up my sleeve that I do want to keep in the works, but these are the pages that I have, and I have a ton of them in my planner. But this is how I'm going to be planning everything in my life out. So I actually got an old notebook that I wasn't using anymore and just cut up the pages to fit the junior discbound, and I have punched them and put them in. And so now I have basically a notebook on the go to carry with me and jot down all of my projects, all of my different notes and things like that. And I'm no longer worried about making a mistake because I have all this space, all this extra paper to just jot everything down, to draw it out, to make it messy. While sometimes in like last year and things like that, I only had my academic planner and I was unwilling to write everything down. And I also just didn't have the space in the academic planner to plan my entire life. So I have a ton of these pages, and I will be using them every month to plan out my content, to plan out anything and everything I need. Then I have this divider from ARC. You guys can buy a set of 5, I believe, at Staples stores, things like that. Then I have the project outline inserts, and I have a couple of these in here. So these are for those big projects that I want to have an official page for, that I have these inserts ready in the back for. Then I have some lined inserts from ARC that I just had a couple extras of, as well as those to-do list inserts. And then in the back, I have the page lifter from Martha Stewart that I actually cut the tab off of just because it's a good page lifter and I like having it back there. Then I got this pocket from Staples, comes in a pack of 2, but I have some of my favorite journaling cards and items in there. So I'm just going to show you guys really quick what I have in here. This is basically mostly for decoration. So I have this card from Ink by Jing, who is one of our minimalistic advent calendar and starter pack sponsors. If you guys are interested in getting that card, be sure to check out those products. Then I have a couple cards from Cloth and Paper that just have simplicity on them. And then I have this notebook that I got from Compulsive Crafts, and this is also one of our minimalistic advent calendar and planner starter pack items. Compulsive Crafts, it just has to-do list, so if I have any running to-do list items, I can put those in there. And then I have some stickers from the Happy Planner that are foiled, so I just didn't want to throw them out, but I have them in here just kind of for decoration. If at any point I want to use them, I have them here. So I quickly just put them back in off camera, but I like having this spot just for it looks really pretty. And then in the back you can see these stickers. I have the cover of my ARC notebook in here, and then that is my planner. So you guys can see it's pretty chunky. Actually, it's not that chunky, but to me it pretty much is, and it has a lot of those notebook pages. So the bottom planner will be used for project planning, business tracking, those kinds of things. Then this is my daily to-do list, and then the Cloth and Paper planner will be my memory planner. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed learning more about my planner setup, and I'd love to hear more about yours. So be sure to share this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!